School. Let's talk about that. Seems relevant enough. Like most people, I attended school and still am, and just like every other school, there's a lot of drama and stupid stories. Anyway, elementary school. So nothing really happened in first, second, and third grade, except that one time in second grade someone broke a clock with an eraser. That was funny. The fourth grade is where things got really interesting. A lot of things happened that year, and it all started with one teacher, Miss Faye. Dude, she was such a painful teacher for the most annoying ways ever. Literally, she had a really short temper and she would snap at like the most bullcrap thing ever. Like once, she got mad at this kid for reading a book instead of writing after clearly saying you could either read or write, do whatever. But that's not where the fun ends in fourth grade. There was this one time I was messing around with friends and just genuinely being a loud brat. She was calling me to do something, but I was not listening to her in the slightest. Oh boy, that really pissed her off. She was so mad, in fact, the only thing that she thought of doing was throwing a chair at me. It didn't hit me, but man, that was funny. But also the most terrifying thing ever. I was so scared, it was honestly really funny. I wonder what went through her head when she did that. How dare this fool make a mockery of my class? Yeah, that's probably what she was thinking. Oh yeah, in fourth grade again, some kid pepper sprayed the class. So basically, he didn't do it on purpose. He more or less just found a bottle, like, of perfume or whatever. He showed it to his friends and was like, hey guys, look what I found, and decided to spray the bottle. Well, it wasn't perfume at all, and instead it was pepper spray. The smell at first wasn't that bad, but then like 20 minutes later, it smelled like the world was on fire. It smelled genuinely like like the air was burning and it was on fire. So my school had two levels. The first level was for the first, second, and third graders, while the second floor was for the fourth and fifth graders. So all the fourth and fifth graders went outside because of the smell, and no matter what, for some reason, the smell wouldn't go away unless the school just aired out the room. So we ended up staying outside for like 2 hours and just had recess for all of that time period. That was fun and hilarious solely because we got to go outside for that long. Fifth grade was more calm, nothing really happened, except for one of my friends broke his knee while running full speed and ripping and skidding on gravel. That was So after elementary school, middle school came along and things got better. Kind of, yeah, it was alright. Moving right along to 7th grade. 7th grade was probably the most chill and fun year. I actually enjoyed this year more than I thought I would for a bunch of reasons. One of the main reasons were the teachers. They had more of a shrivel of life and enjoyment in teaching compared to all my other teachers. Two of the most memorable teachers were my history teacher and my science teacher. My history teacher, he really enjoyed teaching and he made things fun. Sometimes he would bring his Nintendo Switch and we'd play in that all class instead of doing actual classwork. My other memorable teacher was my biology teacher. She was, to say the least, interesting. Let's just call her Miss Thronout 11. She was really strange. She got really into teaching. It was scary. She would literally start to sweat when she taught. And it didn't really make sense to me. She would also give us a bunch of random work that didn't really make sense at all for what we were learning. It was so annoying and she honestly was clueless as hell. One day we had to dissect a cow hearts. Ew. But basically, when she gave it to us, she didn't help us at all. She barely looked like she knew what she was doing, so it was weird when she started sweating until when she was teaching. Anyways, it was disgusting, and I couldn't deal with that, so I went to the bathroom because I was going to throw up. Thankfully, one of the kids in my class was smart enough to figure out what we had to do, and the rest of that went on with no problem. 8th grade when quarantine hit, and oh boy, during that time, I did nothing and was lazy as hell. I pretty much just watched YouTube all day, didn't pay attention at all in class. I finished all my schoolwork during school, so I never paid attention ever. Somehow, even after never paying attention, I still had all A's, so that's something, I guess. So next, high school. Funny story, though, I moved in an entirely different state. For reference, I lived in Colorado for all my life until maybe 9 months ago when I moved here. My dad got a new job here in Cali, so inevitably, I had to come along with my family. At first, I was really worried and upset that I had to go because A, I leave all my friends that I've known for all my life, and B, I like the weather and just overall location, and I was happy there. The first couple of weeks in California were rather painful. I would lock myself in my room because I'm not gonna lie, I was petty as hell. Then I came to Bishop and I was honestly really nervous. The first few days of summer school were a bit rough because I didn't know anybody, and I honestly hated it. Then, however, I started to meet people and started to make friends. I began to like it here. The rest of summer school was pretty much normal. I got to hang out with friends and meet new people. A few months later, school would begin. I did football, surprisingly, and I also met a bunch of new and cool people there as well, and it was really fun. And anyway, back to the topic of football while we're there. Believe it or not, I was a starter somehow. I played cornerback, which is basically the guy who defends the ball, the guy who's trying to catch the ball. It was one of the best memories of high school I've had so far. A lot of other things happened in the first semester of high school when people started making edits of me, and that was the weirdest thing ever. What else happened? Oh yeah, Halloween. I almost got hit by a car because this dude ran the bike. Kind of funny, but also horrifying. Yeah, the first semester was really fun, and after finals, Christmas break came. Nothing really happened during those days besides a couple day trip to Vegas. That was cool. Anyways, back to the topic of school. The second semester came around soon, and after that's where the real fun began. What I mean by that is, well, the schoolwork started to decrease, and me and my friends would begin to hang out pretty much every weekend. I had a ton of fun just hanging out with them. I also started to do Taekwondo after a few years, after dropping it, and that's like really cool. Like being actually having a black belt. But yeah, that's my stupid and eventful life so far. Now right now, still doing freshman year. Pretty fun. Things are going well. But yeah, thanks for watching.